Hello, and welcome to another episode of Light the Wick. Light the Wick is the only student-produced news program in the Valley, highlighting events on the Wick Avenue corridor of downtown Youngstown. Today's episode is overflowing. We have YSU President Jim Tressel bringing big announcements and good news to Youngstown. But before we share some exciting announcements from President Tressel, we must share some sad news. Professional football is set to come to the Valley, or is it? The Fall Experimental Football League announced in a press release on Monday that the league will be folding the 2015 Mahoning Valley Brawler season due to budgetary issues. The team was moved to Niles after the HWS Group, who owns the Mahoning Valley Scrappers, purchased the team and moved them from Boston. The FXFL will go on with its season, fielding only 3 teams. Now, the first of 2 big announcements from YSU President Jim Tressel. Quincy Carrier has more.
1, 2, 3.
On Monday, President Tressel broke ground for a 4-story, 162-bed apartment complex. This meets increased demand for on-campus housing, which is all part of Tressel's plan to make YSU a more appealing place for out-of-state students.
One of the things we've talked to often with our students since we've been here is that they're always anxious to have more opportunities for living quarters, more opportunities to create that sense of community, and this is our first step, and it's a tremendous moment for us in time.
The apartments will be called University Edge and will be built along Rayan Avenue, next to Frida's and Charlie Staples. Hallmark also plans to tear down Smith Hall to make way for more buildings in the future.
This will be the first phase of what we think will be a multi-phase project. It'll be very exciting, brand new housing, contemporary to the needs of today's students.
With University Edge, YSU will now have over 1,700 beds, which will help build towards Tressel's vision. University Edge hopes to be available for students by August 2016. For Light the Wick, I'm Quincy Carrier. Back to you.
Light the Wick's Kevin Lawson sat down with President Tressel to discuss the upcoming construction set to take place on Wick Avenue. Take a look.
It became very apparent to me after being back here for about 6 or 8 months after I'd been gone for 14 years that there had been an amazing amount of things done here on campus and in the city and in the entire region, and that we were going to be able to get a lot more people to come and take a look at us, whether they're our alumni coming back or our prospective students coming or potential businesses that wanted to move in the area and so forth. But I wasn't sure that the front door to our university and our city had the look that this area deserves. If you think back way to the early 1900s, Wick Avenue was the street. It had the mansions and all the churches and the arts, and it was, people would just drive down Wick Avenue to drive down Wick Avenue. We weren't even going anywhere. And as the university grew, it became the artery into our university, and with those utilities right on the edge of the curb and the potholes all over and the curb appeal, nothing like what I think this stretch deserves, it became a priority that we wanted to collaborate with our city, who felt the same way because they feel as if it's the gateway to the city. So many people pass through YSU. That they had been saving up some money to do some sewer and water work that needed to be done over the course of time. They knew that it needed to be resurfaced, but they'd never really had the finishing touch funding to do so. And so if you think about the whole project, it's going to be about a $6 million project, all the way from 422 down past Rayan. It's going to be some infrastructure things and some beautification things. The city is coming up with about $4.5 million based upon all the work that has to be done underground and with the paving. And then we were able to go out and get people interested in making this gateway to light up the Wick such that we could raise that $1.5 million so that we can bury those utilities, come up with some creative lighting, come up with some creative curb appeal. We're still in the planning stages of it, but we want people to drive down Wick, just to drive down Wick, and also be on the way to the Dana School, or to be on the way to the Butler, or to be on the way to the Arms Museum, or whatever it happens to be on the way to campus. So we're really excited about this project.
That's all we have for you today on Light the Wick. Check out our email below to send us your story ideas. And as always, connect with us on Facebook and Twitter. We'll be posting the rendering on Facebook and Twitter showing what Wick Avenue will look like after the construction. Thanks for tuning in, and we leave you today with a performance from Wednesday's Music at Noon. We'll see you with an all-new episode next Friday.